that there is no rest for the weary, for the tired soul. And that may be true. That may be possible. You know, you know, to be burnt out, overworked, tired, just worn. You know, and I think sometimes we let ourselves get to that point. You know, sometimes it's easy to find yourselves overdoing it. You know, to the point where you get weary. You know, you just find yourself aiming one, wandering aimlessly, if it's such a possible thing. You know, it's easy to find yourself, caught up just trying to go from, one situation to the next. You know, easy to get weary out there, to lose sleep, to be stressed out about things. I'm not up now because I'm actually weary or anything like that. I'm not burned out. Oh, okay, I felt that. I'm actually trying to figure something out, and then I'm actually going to get some sleep. But sometimes you just find yourself where you get weary. Sometimes you find yourself where you just, like, oh man, when is this gonna end? When are these situations gonna, get better or whatever it is that you face. And I know I got one person watching. I don't know if it's my mother, but shout out to you if my mother's watching this now, even if it's only my mother watching, the live stream now. Hopefully it's keeping you up. You gotta get to work. Don't be slacking. Don't let me catch you lacking. But eventually I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna be on for a few minutes or whatever the case may be. I have to set a timer for something. I gotta soak my feet and stuff like that. But the grind can weigh you down. It can make you tired. It can make you burnt out. It can make you overworked. It can get you weary. I was telling a coworker today. Sometimes you just gotta step back and take time off, take time away. Sometimes you just have to regroup, recalibrate, come from, a different space or whatever. Just see things from a different perspective. And it's challenging at times because, you're just constantly trying to pay bills. Yeah, you stay up to 5 a.m. too. Sometimes I am up to 5 a.m. And thank you for the thumbs up. Sometimes I am. I'm not up 5 a.m., but when I am, sometimes I do live stream. And I'll live stream for a few more minutes. Maybe I'll live stream for about 19 more minutes or so, But like I said, sometimes in the grind to try to make money, to try to handle responsibilities, to try to live this life, folks get weary, Maybe some of you weary, insomniac folks are up with me right now. It is easy to lose sleep. It's easy to lose sanity. It's easy to lose your mind. The things to try to come back from the edge. I say it's a 7 to sleep till 4 p.m. Well, D-Lo, I can't sleep to 4 p.m. I definitely can't sleep to 4 p.m. I sleep to 4 p.m. I won't have a job, and not judging anybody that can. I understand that some people have that, have that situation where, sometimes, that's just what it is and whatnot. So no knocking that, but I definitely get that. Maybe sometimes, on my days off, I might sleep in or whatever the case may be, depending on how late I'll wake up. Maybe I'm gonna wake up maybe about 10:30, 10:45, something like that, 11:30. I'm not sure, but I know what it's like, to really just be out there, trying to, go ahead for the grind, make this dollar, try to make some things happen or whatever the case may be. I understand, yeah, I'm on disability. I tried working before, but can't. No, definitely, I understand that, D-Lo. I definitely understand that, and I don't want to make light of your situation or whatever the case may be. Believe me, I know people go through a lot of different things. Sometimes working can be a grind, a stress, a strain, just trying to, make that money to get the rent, just to feed yourself and stuff like that. It's a challenge. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, but it's a grateful thing to have a job, to be able to do something. I agree, no rest for the weary. Yeah, but that happens, Eagle. Thank you for being here. But that happens when you put yourself in a situation where you overwork yourself, you overstress yourself. I don't know if you're familiar with the phrase, you stretch yourself thin to the point where, what, you're like, what the heck am I doing? Sometimes we try to do too much, yeah, it is, and it's no problem. Yeah, no, it's all good, D-Lo. Like I said, I'm not trying to make light of your situation, but thank you for sharing. Sometimes it's just really like that. All right, yeah. Now, if you got to be right back, D-Lo, don't worry. I'm gonna be on for another 16 minutes or so anyway. I'm just waiting for my timer to go off or something. Just, massaging my feet or whatever the case may be. Just trying to get it together so when I go to sleep, I can get some rest myself. But I actually was up because I was just having a conversation, talking about some real stuff, trying to organize some business and get some things together. But I tell people, be careful not to stretch yourself thin. Now, okay, don't worry, I don't. Oh, no, no, okay, okay, D-Law. I just want to make sure because I'm not trying out here trying to offend anybody or trying to make light of anybody's situation or whatever the case may be. Don't know. All I do is relax. Yeah, yeah, not Eagle VP. It's all good. I wish all I could do is relax sometimes, but then again, I don't know. Game over. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for the support. I appreciate all of you folks for coming through, especially at 5 a.m. in the morning on Eastern Standard Time. I know Eagle is probably like late morning over there or something like that. I don't know. I know you're ahead of me or something like that. I'm assuming you're ahead of me. But it's all good. Could be 8 o'clock over there. I'll be sleeping in a few. But yeah, I just see a lot of folks that are actually pushing themselves to the limit sometimes or pushing themselves beyond the limit. Yes, Mike K, I am gonna go to bed. I will get to bed, but I just have to take care of some things before I go to bed. It's 10 a.m. here in the UK. Wow, okay, it's 10 a.m. and it is 5 a.m. here. So you're 5 hours ahead. I need to remember that you're 5 hours ahead. I need to give me like one of those 5 hour energies that they have, just in case. I'm gonna try to catch up with you this week if it's a Wednesday. I think it's a Wednesday, Eagle VP. If it's Wednesday, I'll try to catch up with you on a Wednesday. I'll try to get up 5 a.m. so I can catch you at 10 a.m. for your morning chat. I was there with Mrs. P last time, and it was a cool chat. But I'm not gonna lie. Apologies to Mrs. P. I was just in and out, in and out, in and out. I barely remember what the conversation was about, but I know I dropped some jewels. I know I dropped some nuggets, and I appreciate folks for giving me a thumbs up in this one. If you appreciate, if you so choose to. You don't have to, but I appreciate that. If you feel like the conversation is leading to you to give a thumbs up, I appreciate that. But yeah, shout out to Mrs. P. Shout out to you, Eagle VP. Let me know if you're gonna do the chat again on Wednesday. I would more than likely, be willing to come through and whatnot and just, grace you with my presence and whatnot, which is always a beautiful thing, you know. But it's all good. Forgive me, just a little paranoia, heard something drop in the kitchen. Was it Tuesdays at 10 a.m. interviews, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. All right, now I'm lost. Tuesdays at 10 a.m. and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Okay, so I don't know which one is the interviews or whatever the case. How's work, Egyptian Gamer Geek? Work is how can I put it? I guess I got to quote Erica Badu. Work ain't much, but it pays the bills. And not to diss anybody, just in case my employers or anybody from my employment offices is working. Work is work. You know what I'm saying? I hit the 2K mark last night. Congrats to you, Eagle VP. I think you deserve it. And saying like I said, I know you worked for it and whatnot. That's just, which is the easy part and which is hard. Um, which is hard about work. Interview Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Okay. And then Tuesdays at in the AM. Okay, cool. When it comes to work, I guess what's the hard part is sometimes is the long hours that you got to put in. So coffee morning Tuesdays 10 a.m. Okay, either one. I gotta probably try to make or whatever the case, because I know next week is gonna be, one of those. I hope by the end of the day you hit the 15 and 2K subs. Who, me? I'm not worried about hitting the 2K subs this year. Egyptian gamer. It happens. How many hours do you work? I actually work somewhere around, was it 38, 39 hours a week or something like that. Sometimes more depending on what I'm doing and whatnot. Sometimes you have to be to work a little bit later than you would like, but it's standing around most of the day, doing different things or whatever the case, just being on your feet. How much you get paid. I'm not gonna tell you how much I get paid. I'm not gonna get, I mean, you got a lot to learn, Egyptian. I'm not about to tell everybody how I get paid, and I don't encourage people to do that either. You get on there. I mean, we could talk about the type of work that I do, but I don't disclose how much money I actually get paid, especially on a live stream. But that's what it is. No, 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 don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. It's a teachable moment. I encourage you too. if anybody asks you how much you get paid, on a live chat or in public and whatnot, that's what it is. Is your job a pleasure, Mel? Is my job a pleasure? Yeah, at times it can be. It could definitely be. It's a pleasure to meet the people. I'll give it that much. It's a pleasure to work around the different types of people and see the different types of cultures and stuff like that. You meet people from all over the world. I've met people from England, from Australia, people from Egypt. I've met people from Israel. I've met people from all over the world. And I haven't even had to travel. Other than just my commute to work. You meet people from Argentina and stuff like that. What movies do I want to see next? I want to see Solo. I would love to see Solo next. People saying that the movie is not all that great. I think one critic gave it like 1 star, the movie, or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna go to Egypt when I finish 12 here 12. Well, yeah, yeah, cool, cool. But I thought you was in Egypt already. But then that shows I gotta get up on you with that channel and whatnot. But yeah, like I said, I meet people from all over the world. I've met people from Egypt before, which is crazy. I met people from Iran and Iraq and Syria, places like that, Argentina, Venezuela, people from all over the world, people from India, stuff like that. Of course, people from China. I got a vlog it too, and I'll speak in my language, Arabic. Oh, okay, cool, cool. Send that to me. If I don't see it, send that to me. Egyptian Gamer Geek. I would like to check that out. I got so many notifications, so many videos to try to get to. But definitely, I would be willing to, see that video, that vlog that you do. And I ask you folks, what do you have going on? What's new with you folks? What's new with you, Eagle? I'll put in English subs. Okay, cool. I'll take that. Spirit in the Sky Blue. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you for coming by. But is there anything anybody new has going on in their life? Anything that's happening or transpiring? You know, um, I don't know. You let me know. But yeah, this is here. This is not Insomniac Theater. This is not like the Green Bay Wacky thing. He does that. Nah, this is just me, passing the time, doing something. I got maybe another 9 minutes or so that I'm going to go on this thing and then, go do my thing. I'm actually going to get some sleep. I just see too many people out there in the world stressing themselves out, straining themselves out, overworking themselves, pushing themselves, not just to the limit, but beyond the limit of the capabilities to the point where you have nervous breakdowns, mental breakdowns, or just, spiritual, social, economical breakdowns that people have in their life. They say God only gives you no more than you can handle. Sometimes, after that, we try to put more, and then you have to go just. Got a phone call about it. Yeah, all right, cool, Eagle VP. I appreciate you for coming through, even if it's for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, whatever the case may be. I appreciate you and thank you for leaving a thumbs up. That's awesome and always appreciated. I'll try to catch you on the flip side, Mr. Eagle. Fly high, Eagle, fly high. But yeah. So like I said, I see people stressing themselves out, straining themselves over things that may not be important or things that you cannot change. I forgot how the serenity prayer goes. Don't give me the line to you how the serenity prayers. Something about giving me the courage or the wisdom to accept the things that I cannot change. It's a different scenario with that. I would have to go actually out there and read the serenity prayer. I have it on my wall somewhere. Don't give me the line to use on my door. But I'm tired now, and I will get some sleep. But I see people that's really just like stressing themselves, worrying about things that you really, really can't change, worrying about sometimes how much you get paid, worrying about where you live, your health, or stuff like that. Some things you can change. Updates with me. I saw Infinity War a third time and already for playing a full time. My school's giving me holidays and music. Well, that's cool. Enjoy being a kid, Egyptian Gamer Geek. Don't go see Infinity War too many times, but I definitely appreciate your enthusiasm for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Nothing wrong with that. I was thinking about debating whether I was going to go see, Infinity War for a second time myself. I remember I went to see Star Wars The Last Jedi. Me and a friend went in there. Yeah, I love going to the movies too as well. Enjoy it while you're a kid, enjoy it while you're young before you start working. I don't know if you're working yet. I remember I went to go see The Last Jedi and we was in the movie theater and one of the guys said, they saw the movie 12 times. Did I like The Last Jedi? I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. You know, um, it could have been better, but I'm one of those old school people that saw the original Star Wars movies and whatnot. and then you still have the Empire Strike Back, which I think is the best. Anybody that's an old school head or old movie buff or whatever the case would say that basically the Empire Strikes Back is probably the best Star Wars movie ever made. But that's just me and a couple other million people that might think that. But that's beside the point. Like I said, it's just that it's crazy how doing this live stream can actually put you to sleep. This is one of those live streams where I'm probably putting myself to sleep. But I got another 6 minutes or so. It's all good. And I'm here for you. The man is here for you. I'm just doing it out, working it out with you. I'm basically making it happen. I spent a lot of time with the veterans. I've been listening to a lot of stories this week. I never asked them to share with me. Well, that's good. I mean, you try to sometimes Spirit in the Sky Blue, the best thing to do is just to listen. I just want to listen. Sometimes that's all we really need as people is just somebody to listen, somebody to care. So I mean, and then if you could reflect back, if you could actively listen and reflect back what you heard and let the people know that you was listening, that's even better. It's a crazy situation sometimes when people are out there speaking and constantly saying stuff, because nobody's hearing them. You'd be surprised. Best to the least. Yeah, there you go. But it's crazy with that Spirit in the Sky Blue. Sometimes people just want to be heard, and you'd be surprised, how many people are just not heard. They don't feel heard. They don't feel loved. They don't feel appreciative. They told me that we can call that what we call PSD. They just call shell shock. This is true. This is true. This is true. Sometimes they just shell shocked, but for whatever reason they're shell shocked or PTSD, whatever the case may be. Sometimes they just need people to be there. As far as people that have faced traumatic situations and stuff like that. And PTSD, for folks that don't know, is post traumatic stress disorder. Don't worry about seeing it for the second time. Okay, yeah, I won't worry about it, Egyptian Gaming Geek. I won't worry about seeing it the second time, but who knows? I might not. But yeah, a Spirit in the Sky Blue, as it pertains to shell shock or PTSD, it is a situation where folks just need to be heard. Sometimes they need their emotions validated. Sometimes they need to know that people who care are just concerned with their life in general. To the point where the things that's going on with them matter to someone else, not just themselves, but other than themselves, to know that their sacrifices and the things that they went through, whether it's horrific situations or just, things that you did to serve your country, you want to know that they mean something. You want to know that wasn't all for nothing. Seen it one for 4 times the last time. I wanted to see it a fifth, but not too much. Yeah, 5 times could be too much. Egyptian Gamer Geek. It can be a little bit too much. You should save your money. We have a lot to be grateful for, but it's tough to accept the things we cannot change. Yeah, it is. It is tough. Spirit in the Sky Blue. Sometimes it's tough, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible to accept the things that we cannot change, but it takes time. And with time, we learn. What we can and cannot change, and we learn to be at peace with certain things. It's like an old timer told me. When certain things don't work out for you as far as your dreams and stuff like that, your hopes and stuff, you pick up a new dream. So if things don't work out, you try to transform and grow and adapt and evolve in the ways that you can, and pray for strength to deal with it all. And sometimes I think we miss that part about the strength, that comes, with being able to move on to the next day and the next day and the next day. It's the small details, it's the small steps that take us to the next journey, the next victory, even sometimes the next pitfalls. We learn to overcome things, through trials and tribulations, understanding that, if you could look up, you can get up. But right now, the sun is coming up as well, so that's an issue for me as well. But, you know, it's one of those situations where to be grateful for life is important, to be thankful for each day, regardless if that day comes to us and it ain't the best day, because every day ain't sunshine and rainbows. That's just the truth, the brass tacks of the matter. Some days seem horrific or horrible. Some days you think will never end. And Green Bay Wacky, Mr. Insomniac Theater himself, thank you for being here, Green Bay Wacky. I'm probably gonna be on for about 2 more minutes. Why is that? No, the face palm is just dramatic effect. Egyptian Gamer Geek. It's just to say, sometimes there's no rest for the words. Yes, I have the ability. Sometimes I guess I don't want to. Well, Spirit in the Sky Blue, it comes down to a point where, you know what? you pray or you hope that you get to a point where you try to keep an open mind. You try to be willing to just really face whatever situations that's coming. It's not always easy. So I'm saying it's not always easy to try to accept the things that we cannot change. But like I said, it's not impossible, because at the end of the day, there's probably something else around the corner that we need to pay attention to as well. There's people that need us to be focused, to be sober in mind, to understand in our heart that, what, our presence, our very presence, our very being matters in the situation that we are. And so a lot of times it gives us, the opportunity to shine our light, and then giving other folks an opportunity to shine their light. So thank you, Green Bay. I appreciate you for coming through. And this is the 1 minute countdown. I have 1 minute left, and then I think the minute is up. So true. My hindsight is always my best sight. There you go. There's nothing wrong with that. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. And with that being said, I'm pretty much about to wrap this up, because I was just shot clock is ticking. As haha. Yeah, no, I was just using a TENS machine trying to massage my legs and whatnot. Just it was a long day, Green Bay. It was a long day, and tomorrow's just gonna be a tiring, or today's gonna be a tiring day. Yes, I will have a good sleep, and I enjoyed this talk. I appreciate it. Thank you for the folks for being here. Thank you, Green Bay Wacky. Thank you, Spirit in the Sky Blue. Thank you, Eagle VP. Thank you, Egyptian Gamer Geek. Let me see if there's anybody else that I left out. Said Spirit in the Sky Blue. Let me see. Game Over. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you as well. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for the people. Or D-Lo Flow. Thank you for the people that will watch this in the replay. Thank you for the folks that continue to support my channel. I know I'm not a big audience. I know I don't have a whole bunch going on, but at the same time, I enjoy real conversations with real people. Even the trolls. So on that note, I would say spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Now it's time for some sleep. Uh, yeah. I wish the rest of them knew that, Green Bay Wacky. I wish the rest of them knew. Maybe one day I'll get my just due. But right now, I'm at peace. I'm at peace with where I am in this YouTube journey. I'm at peace where I am at this particular moment, and I am about to get some sleep. You know, but thank you for the folks for watching, and now it's time for me to get some sleep. We will rise together. I agree with you on that one, Green Bay Wacky. Take care. Rebel stay sovereign. You came in just as I was about to get up out of here. Oh my God. But Rebel, we're gonna catch up, man. Right now I gotta catch some Z's. I appreciate you folks for coming through, showing that love and support. I'm around to those folks in the community. You know how to find me, you know how to reach me, Talk to you later. All right. Peace.